Today we will discuss about vapor compression refrigeration cycle or vapor compression refrigeration system. Here I draw various components of a BCRS and also draw TS diagram for BCRS. I also write which process we are used or which process executed in this cycle. So let's we start our discussion related to BCRS. Why it is called BCRS means vapor compression refrigeration system. Here we use compressor to compress the working fluid from lower temperature or pressure to higher pressure. So by the name of this compressor, this cycle we called vapor compression refrigeration system. Here I draw four component: compressor, condenser, throttling valve and evaporator. 1 to 2 known as isentropic compression, 2 to 3 is known as constant pressure heat rejection, 3 to 4 known as isenthalpic expansion and 4 to 1 known as constant pressure heat addition. Let's we understand these four process before that we understand about component. Start from compressor. Compressor, it is a mechanical device. In compressor, energy is transferred from rotor to the working fluid and its pressure and temperature get increases from lower to higher. Means compressor is used to compress the working substance or working fluid from lower pressure and temperature to higher pressure and temperature. Next is condenser. Condenser is used to reject the heat which is absorbed in evaporator to the environment or to the atmosphere. Means condenser is a type of heat exchanger which is used to exchange heat of the working fluid from which we get heat in evaporator, and in condenser we reject heat to the atmosphere. The third component is throttling valve. What is the work of throttling valve here? Before that we understand what is throttling valve. Throttling valve is nothing but it is a restricted passage. We pass working fluid from a restricted passage, so the pressure of the working fluid get working substance get decreased and its temperature remains constant. So throttling is a type of process known as isenthalpic process or constant enthalpy process. In throttling process, the temperature of the working substance or working fluid remains constant but pressure get decreased, and the last component is evaporator. In evaporator, we absorb heat from a substance which we are want to cool or from our system or the storage space which we are want to cool. So in evaporator we absorb heat, in condenser we reject heat. Evaporator and condenser both are heat exchanger. It is used to exchange heat from cold substance to hot substance or hot substance to cold substance. So these about component. First process is isentropic compression. Isentropic compression takes place in compressor. Isentropic means is reversible adiabatic process. In compression, reversible adiabatic process takes place means here is no exchange of heat, only the pressure and temperature of the working fluid get increased. Here second process is 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat rejection. In condenser, heat rejection takes place but the pressure of the condenser remains constant. Third one is throttling valve, isenthalpic process. As I say you that in this process only pressure decrease of the working fluid and temperature remains constant. Means enthalpy is a function of temperature in this process, that is isenthalpic expansion. But more information related to throttling valve is that due to the throttling valve the cycle become irreversible cycle. Means in throttling valve friction takes place and due to this friction the cycle become irreversible cycle, because we generate this friction to decrease the pressure of the working fluid from higher pressure to lower pressure. So due to this throttling valve, this vapor compression refrigeration cycle become internally irreversible, but the cycle is externally reversible. And the last one process is 4 to 1, that is constant pressure heat addition. The pressure of the evaporator remains constant throughout the process, as I draw in TS diagram. Here the pressure of the condenser and the pressure of the evaporator in bed region. This pressure of condenser and the evaporator remains constant throughout the process, but the heat interaction takes place, but the pressure will not change. Constant pressure heat addition takes place in the evaporator from process 1 to 2. Here I also draw TS diagram for all these processes. That is 1 to 2 takes place in compressor, that is isentropic compression, and 2 to 3 constant pressure heat rejection takes place in condenser. So 2 to 3 is showing us condenser, 3 to 4 isenthalpic expansion, it is showing throttling valve, and this process is known as throttling. Constant pressure heat addition from process 1 to 4 to 1. 4 to 1 takes place in evaporator. So this TS diagram relate this vapor compression refrigeration cycle component to TS diagram. So these are 4 process, and we discuss next topic, that is vapor compression, COP of vapor compression refrigeration system. You know the formula of the COP is desired effect by work input. Here we get desired effect in the evaporator, that is we absorb heat here, and work input takes place in the compressor. We supply work to the compressor to increase its pressure and temperature, that is of working fluid. We increase the pressure and temperature of the working fluid by the input of work. So here the desired effect will be in the evaporator, that is 4 to 1, and work input takes place in the compressor. So desired effect will be 4 to 1, and work input in the compressor will be 1 to 2. So we can write desired effect will be H1 minus H4 by work input H2 minus H1. So this is the formula for the COP for vapor compression refrigeration cycle. One more point related to throttling process is that why we not take this process as a isentropic process, why we prefer here isenthalpic process. To understand, we take 2 points, or we take 2 assumptions related to vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Here at point 1, that is entry of the compressor and exit of the evaporator, the working fluid will be saturated vapor, and at the exit of the condenser and entry of the throttling valve, that is at point 3, the working fluid will be saturated liquid. At point 1, that is entry of the compressor and exit of the evaporator, the working fluid will be saturated vapor, and at point 3, that is exit of the condenser and entry of the throttling valve, the working fluid will be saturated liquid. We talk about the specific volume of the saturated liquid will be very less as compared to saturated vapor. Specific volume of saturated liquid is very less as compared to the specific volume of saturated vapor. So we not get desirable amount of work, or we get negligible amount of work here from process 3 to 4 as compared to compressor work. So we use to prefer throttling valve in place of turbine, because if we install here turbine, we get negligible amount of work, but the cost of the turbine get increased. So we use this cheapest device, that is known as throttling valve to reduce the pressure of the working fluid from higher pressure to lower pressure, and this process become isenthalpic process, because if we prefer isentropic process from 3 to 4, we not get such amount of bulk which we supply in the compressor as compared to compressor, because in compressor the working fluid is saturated vapor, so the specific volume of the saturated vapor will be more or very high as compared to saturated liquid. So in case of compressor we get or we supply huge amount of bulk as compared to in the throttling valve, because the formula of the bulk input is minus VdP. So the specific volume of vapor is more as compared to or very high as compared to saturated liquid. So we get negligible amount of bulk in throttling valve or in process 3 to 4. So we not used to prefer isentropic process. We used to prefer isenthalpic process. So this is some information related to throttling valve. So today we discuss about vapor compression refrigeration cycle and about component of VCRS and how we can calculate COP and some information regarding the throttling valve. Thank you.